Singapore reported fewer scams and lower monetary losses in the first half of this year. While they mark a continued improvement since 2025, they still made for almost 17,000 cases, over $410 million lost, according to a mid-year update by the police. There has been a sharp surge in business email scams. Cases climbed almost 68% compared to the first half of 2025, while losses nearly tripled to $57.3 million. Through compromised or spoofed emails, scammers would impersonate business entities or staff and deceive victims into sending funds to fraudulent accounts.
Usually the C-suite or people in senior management, and they're usually asking maybe the finance people or somebody who safeguards the purse strings to release a certain amount of money. So that's kind of the modus operandi. And as you know, the power distance is quite high. So I will tend to follow instructions and I'll tend to send this amount of money as instructed.
E-commerce scams were the most common scam type, comprising about a quarter of all scams with more than 3,800 cases. The most common item involved Pokemon trading cards, with losses more than doubling on year to $1.2 million. Police have linked much of the rise to pre-orders, where victims paid up months before the promised delivery. Elderly victims remain the most financially exposed, losing over $42,000 on average, despite making up a smaller share of victims. They fell prey most often to government officials' impersonation and investment scams. And their most common contact points: messaging platforms, social media, and phone calls. Police say scammers are shifting away from mobile lines towards online platforms. More than 52,200 scam websites were disrupted, up over 72% from a year earlier. To curb that, anti-scam requirements are being tightened for messaging, social media, and e-commerce services. The aim is to disrupt scams before they reach more victims.
These platforms could give some sort of pre-warning to sort of give you some cognitive hurdles before you actually make the purchase. I think that's quite important. And, you know, some of the e-commerce scams could be you pay up front and the delivery date could be much later. Maybe from a platform perspective, is there a way to shorten that time?
Investment scams remain a major concern amid evolving tactics. In one case, an elderly man lost more than 70,000 Singapore dollars to what he thought was an AI-powered scheme. He nearly lost even more while trying to recover it, showing how victims can be drawn deeper even after doubts emerge. Sherlyn Seah has more.
For Mr. Ng, it began with a follow on TikTok. He says a woman struck up a conversation with him last November. Within days, she asked him to help operate what she claimed was an AI-powered investment platform. He then began putting in his own money.
开始我是说我不会操作，他说很简单的，你只是跟着那个东西按而已。他只是他存钱进去，然后他给我那个户口跟密码。
The transfers started at a few $1,000s each, but quickly added up. And when Mr. Ng tried to withdraw his supposed earnings, he was told to pay more to restore a so-called trust score and for supposed income tax. Even after his son warned him it was a scam, he continued, hoping to recover his losses. Police reports seen by CNA show that he eventually transferred over $70,000 across more than 20 transactions. Most of it came from savings built up over years of work.
以前我几年前就是有看过一些好像人家被诈骗，我是觉得为什么他们会被诈骗，但是到我的状况的时候，我就明白为什么会被诈骗。
Mr. Ng was later scammed of another few $1,000s while trying to secure a loan. But when someone else offered to recover his earlier losses for even more money, he called the Scam Shield helpline. He was advised not to proceed. A helpline agent says scammers are reaching victims across an increasingly wide web.
They happen throughout all the kind of like different platforms. Maybe a few years back, Instagram was quite popular, right? Now it's like TikTok. So everybody can like start selling things on TikTok, and then like it could be a scam that came out from TikTok directly.
She says while many call before transferring money, some have already been scammed and risk becoming victim again. So operators undergo regular training under Cisco and with the police and National Crime Prevention Council.
We work together very closely to ensure that if there's any kind of new scams that is up and rising, right, we have to make sure that all the agents are informed.
With scam tactics evolving quickly, the authorities are urging the public to be cautious and to pause and verify whenever something feels suspicious. That includes checking directly with official and verified sources instead of relying on messages, links or contacts from the other party.